Oh, okay. I was in a bit of a rush. Hope for those of you who are members on YouTube saw my message. I, basketball practice started this week, and so basketball practice ended at 4:30. Had to gather the four kids who were still at the school, and it's like herding cats. And then drove home as quickly as possible and got here and starting at 5:05 Eastern Time, United States at least. So, Rob, happy Election Day. I fully acknowledge I could still be in an echo chamber. Everything I'm reading on X looks favorable for Trump. I mean, it's very early, okay? So Trump train rolling, yeah. I mean, just for example, like I saw Guam numbers, and I saw some tweets comparing Guam to 2020, yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's all we have right now. I'm assuming we'll get the first numbers at 6. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly when the polls close, but you know, Guam and then somewhere else where the polls were closed, it looked like there was an improvement for Trump. Dave, I'm not going to read your comment. I'm live on TikTok, but I acknowledge it. So, what an interesting day for Bitcoin, and what a surprise! Volatility, lots and lots of volatility. So, still a good day, green day. And we'll see what happens as the day progresses. Let's see. So, I'm curious. I haven't looked at a ton of charts today. I've been distracted by, the election. But if there's anything, something that I did notice when I went live earlier today is like, for example, mint layer. Last I saw, oh man, yeah, mint layer's up 24%. Ooh, mint layer's up 24%. All right, Nick's feeling confident. Good to know. Yeah, I'm feeling more confident right now. But oh man, mint layer's up 24%, and then you look at the chart and it's like, cool, man. Mint layer's up 24%. That still looks ugly. We need some massive moves for some of these altcoins to be feeling like really, really good about them, which I would suspect will happen sooner rather than later, no matter who wins. So I wanted to look at the VIX. All right, VIX is down today. Not surprised. VIX is down. Markets are up. That sounds about right. It's interesting, just pointing, I want to point this out. So August 5th, that's when the VIX shot off like crazy. Highest VIX score amount, whatever you call it, since COVID. And then what happens first week of September? Around September 5th, same deal. VIX peaks. First week of October. This time it's October 7th. The VIX peaks, and here we go again. So VIX peaked so far, well, October 31st. That's interesting. So a little bit, October 31st, because the unemployment report was November 1st. So these are all around the unemployment report, but then this one, the August one was unemployment plus that the Japan raising rates by 25 basis points. So what looks good right now? I mean, mint layer, as far as all the charts on my trading view, I'm pretty sure mint layer is up the biggest, but still, it just doesn't look that good on the daily chart. Now, Maple, this is one that I don't have any exposure to, but Maple looks pretty clearly in an uptrend, putting in higher highs and higher lows. So that's one that's just held up very well. I don't know anything fundamentally about this cryptocurrency, but this charts looked good. Did hear about Sage releasing a Trump coin today. Definitely a pump and dump, but maybe can be a quick run for a day if he wins. That's wild. I did not hear about Sage releasing a Trump coin. That's insane. Yes, I mean, especially like if Trump loses, I don't mess around with that kind of stuff. You know, if Trump loses, MAGA's dead. MAGA will lose $100 million, whatever. You know, it'll lose almost its entire market cap as soon as it's over. Sage's Trump coin, that sounds like a huge pump and dump. It's in his Twitter. I'll take your word for it. You know, if Trump wins, who knows? I tend to think even if Trump wins, that there's a little bit of buy the rumor, buy the hype, sell the event going on. That'll happen with those. I mean, all those Politify meme coins, it's just bizarre what happened with their charts. I'm trying to click on Deck Screener here. Deck Screener is sometimes a pain in the rear for me. But they all peaked in like May, you know? They all peaked at some weird random time. Green Day for HEEHEE today, yay. But let me look up MAGA. I don't want to look up a bunch of these Politify meme coins, but I'm going to keep my eyes on them. If there's any way to short any of these, like that's what I'm really curious to see if any of these are on like Bitmart or anything like that. Especially if MAGA were to lose, if Trump were to lose, they'd probably remove it from Bitmart now that I think about it. But like, look, MAGA, the premier meme coin, the premier Trump meme coin, $157 million market cap, and it's down 6.9% over the last 24 hours. So when was the peak of MAGA? It was May. It was the end of May, early June. It's just bizarre. You know, what was that price? It was $17. I mean, this was almost $1 billion in market cap in May, and then it was over. How do you make sense of that? I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like, you know, market for meme coins and altcoins also kind of peaked in June, but I wouldn't touch any of this stuff right now. I want, you know, not that we're all being fiscally responsible by not buying MAGA. I mean, we're buying lots and lots of stuff that's going to be worth zero soon enough. So I need to drink my water. I forgot to drink it today, and my wife's not going to be happy, especially because I've been a little under the weather. Okay. Now, I'm assuming, when do the first polls close? I'm assuming 6, right? 6 p.m. Eastern time at least. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So we're not going to know anything for the entirety of this live stream. You know, I'm going to have dinner after this live stream and then do some stuff with my kids. Indiana closes at 6. Okay. So we'll see. Now, some early things that I saw. I mentioned Guam. Let's just see. I mean, I'm really sensitive to the possibility that X is just a massive echo chamber. Especially, like, I've seen a lot of tweets from this guy, Eric Doherty. And, yeah, a clear picture tonight. I mean, I remember 2020 going to bed thinking that Trump was looking pretty good and then waking up and being like, oh, never mind. But this guy, I have a hard time believing anything he posts. So I didn't even read this tweet, but breaking Pennsylvania update, Republicans are not even with Democrats in their mail-in ballot return rate, 86% each. They trailed by 8 points in 2020. Dem firewall is now at 419,000 or 22.3 points. In 2020, it was 1.1 million or 42 points. So there's something, all I've seen from this guy, I'm assuming he is just a straight up Republican. Is all I've heard from him is positive stuff for Republicans. which I'm just having a hard time believing anything, because I've tried as hard as I could to listen to positive stuff from Democrats, and you know, there's somebody on TikTok. I've been watching a lot of her videos. Shoot, I don't remember her name, and I don't follow her because, I mean, I'm just, you know, looking up content. But like, she was posting a lot of compelling arguments for why Kamala would win. But I mean, a lot of what I'm seeing on X is stuff very much in favor of a Trump win. But it's all noise until the time comes. So I want to see more from this Eric Daugherty guy. I have no idea who he is. Let's see. Come on, give me something. Florida update. Let's see what he says about Florida. So, Republican, 4.4 million. Democrat, 3.2 million. No party affiliation, 2.2 million. Other, 262,000. I've heard some people say that Florida is a battleground state, which is just shocking to me. That Florida would be a battleground state. Florida is becoming redder and redder, and a big reason why is because of Cuba. Cubans moving to Florida. Cubans, they lived in, they've seen this play before, you know, and they don't want anything to do with the Democratic Party. So let's see. The county I'm in Pennsylvania, the polls are open till 10 because the machines are down. That's a bummer. Yeah, Florida's a lock for Trump. We'll see. What I'm hearing is a lot of states will have results tonight. I read that. I've listened to both sides, and the gut feeling I get is Trump has math on his side and Harris has hopium. That might be right. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Why is Ethereum not pumping it so trash? You got to remember. All right, let me look at... I wonder if this Bitcoin ETH chart, TradingView sometimes just breaks my heart. Yeah. I want to find a good... let me look up ETH Bitcoin. I want to show you where ETH Bitcoin was in 2021. If I could find a chart, or 2020, excuse me. If I can find a chart. So 2020, here we go. ETH Bitcoin. When was the election? ETH Bitcoin. November 3rd of 2020. November 3rd, that's when the election was. November 3rd of 2020, ETH Bitcoin was 0.026. So remember that. ETH Bitcoin, the price of Ethereum was actually lower in comparison to Bitcoin, was lower at this time in 2020 than it is right now. So if you think Ethereum is trash now, you would have very much thought it was trash in 2020. So I need to save this chart because I have the Bitcoin ETH chart, but it's not as old. It doesn't go as far back. So, all right, let me do it the right way. This is Binance, yeah. You just got to understand how this works, because I mean, look at what happened after. You know, look. I remember this. I remember just like Ethereum felt like this freight train in March and April of 2021, and then it peaked in May of 2021. I mean, that was a local top, May of 2021, and then everything dumped right, or you know, the week after Elon Musk went on SNL, and then Ethereum Bitcoin remained elevated for quite a while before just continuing to grind down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had a little bit more downward to go with Ethereum in comparison to Bitcoin. And then, you know, especially like an aggressive move up for Bitcoin, and then something similar to what we saw in 2021, where it's just boom, off to the races. So what else from Eric Daugherty? Trump has flipped Wisconsin. Oh, in Polymarket. Never mind. Yeah, this guy's just bleeding heart Republican. So Harris needs 700,000 votes in Philly. Why does he say that? All right. Fox News, John Roberts said Harris needs to have 700,000 votes in Philadelphia in order to pull out the win in Pennsylvania. In 2016, Clinton got 560,000. In 2020, Biden got 603,000. Okay. I don't know, man. Echo bubble, echo chamber. Kind of quiet today in terms of crypto questions. I guess everyone's preparing for the election, right? So, if ever there was a day that all we can do is wait and see. If ever there was a day that I just like am not all that interested in crypto, today would be the day. And then tomorrow, no point in reading charts. That's a good point. Just trying to be patient, yeah. And then tomorrow, well, I'm gonna make a joke post on X. I will not have any content tomorrow, and I will not be live tomorrow. And the reason why, I'm gonna say it's because I'm gonna focus on my mental health. But the reason why is I'm chaperoning a field trip for my son in second grade. So, and then and so I might be live. I might try to go live in before dinner time. I might have a small window. Although shoot, no, never mind. No, I might actually have a small window between like 1:30 and 2:30. We'll see. Brett is making me scared. Hopefully, it recovered. Your last joke post was April Fool's, the peak. Yeah, family first. Yep. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to go on this field trip with my boy. One of his classmates come up. The big reason why I'm a chaperone is because I have a 12-passenger van, since I have all those kids, and they desperately needed somebody who could take nine second grade boys. And I was like, I will answer the call. What was I just looking at? Oh, Brett. All right, Brett. Brett's making you nervous, right? Is that what you said? A sprinter, not a sprinter. Nissan NV. Wait, who said something about Brett? I don't see that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Brett is making me scared. Hopefully it recovered. So, Brett, I mean, listen, if it wasn't for Bitcoin, I wouldn't be too excited about this chart. And that's what I would say about most charts. Most altcoin charts, I'm not excited. The Bitcoin chart looks great. But Brett, I just want to always keep a window open for Bitcoin. Brett looks like a lot of altcoin charts. You could even maybe make a case for a head and shoulders here, which means maybe it would go down, to that sweep the lows of that liquidation wick from August 5th. But you never know. Do you think we'll know the results tomorrow, or do you think it'll be pushed back later in the week? I think man. All right. So it was called on Friday of 2020. But I remember having a good feel that Biden was going to win by Wednesday. So my guess would be that we'll have a good idea who the winner is going to be tomorrow. But it won't. I don't think it's going to be officially called tomorrow. I want the Ford Sprinter with the diesel. Oh man, yeah. The reason, so I rented a Sprinter, not a non-diesel Sprinter, when I went and bought the Nissan, and I love the fact that I did that because the regular Sprinter is kind of weak. Oh wait a second, no, you're talking Sprinter. Never mind. I was thinking the Ford one. I've never driven a Sprinter. Yeah, but I really did want a Sprinter. Do you think Brett will reach $1? My thought, it's possible. $1, that's a $10 billion market cap. I've been saying somewhere between $5 and $10 billion for market cap for Brett. They remember the time you spend. They better. The amount of time I give them. And the thing that kind of drives me crazy is like I think they have this picture in their heads that this is normal, that this is just what dads do. And and so I hope that when they realize that that's not the case for lots and lots of people, that they'll be more appreciative. So, wait, yeah, you said Ford Sprinter with a diesel. The Sprinter's Mercedes. Okay. Let's see. I'd be happy with a 4x average. I'm like 40K. My biggest bag is in HEEHEE. That's where your biggest bag should be. And I say that just, all right, assuming we get to price discovery for Bitcoin. I have so much confidence with HEEHEE. Yeah, James, I hope so. Very confident with HEEHEE. After seeing what happened with Landwolf and everything like that, it's just, you have on one hand cryptos that, you know, it's like it's a game of chicken. And I'm not saying it's not a game of chicken with HEEHEE. You're competing against other people, other holders. But you're not competing against a group of people, you know, you're not competing against a team that has 90% of the supply, which worked for Brett to get it up to you know, over $1 billion at one point. Worked for Landwolf to get it over 200 million, but look at Landwolf now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Polkadot, man. I'm just seeing it under $4. This is insane. And I know you guys know this. I've never been big on Polkadot. I saw it under $4. I'm like, my goodness. I mean, when's the last time it was under $4? I mean, this chart. Yeah, I bought Polkadot at $6. The first time I ever bought Polkadot, it was at $6 in 2020, and it's at $3.86 right now. I have a lot of Caspa. But I'm okay with holding it if I have to. I think Caspa is one of the few that, like, Caspa is going to be around. It'll be higher than where it is right now in 2028 or whenever, you know. I just think Caspa is, I think, trying to model itself as a decent alternative to Bitcoin. It's like, you know, Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash are two cryptocurrencies that I think are going to exist forever, because what I see with those two, proof of work, and I see lots of evidence that people in third world countries are transacting in Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. And I wouldn't be surprised if Caspa was the same way. So, man, I'm sorry. I'm pretty much in tears looking at this chart. Not because of how down it is. I mean, Caspa still has outperformed a lot of other altcoins, but like, I forgot this line right here, this red line, this horizontal line. I drew that line months ago, and so it was easy for me to see this as a target. As soon as it lost support there, I said it could potentially go down to 10.12 cents. And it went there twice. The first time it went down there, I said, I think it's going to sweep the lows. And then it swept the lows. And I forgot to set a limit order. And why did I put it there? Because lots of past action, price action at that level. Man. To be a trader, you can't just call the right levels, which I've done with lots of cryptocurrencies. You have to be laser focused. And I am anything but laser focused right now. Drives me crazy when I look at a chart and I see this. I see stuff like this. This happens all the time. All the time. Where I'm asleep at the wheel. I'm not paying attention. What was another one? Oh, PAL. I can show you a couple. PAL and Doge. PAL, boom. Right at the level. I mean, I would have thought it would have gone into the zone, but man, PAL, Doge, right at the level. Right in the box. And I longed Doge at that spot on October 10th. And then I exited. I exited at like 11 and a half cents or something like that. Oops. Will he hit a $1 billion market cap? I cannot answer that question legally. I can tell you, I am committed to getting HEEHEE to a $1 billion market cap. But that's not a price prediction. That's just my level of commitment. And I'm not promising that for 2024, 2025, 2026. I'm saying eventually. Do you expect Injective and Jasmy to go to all-time high in 2024? No, not Jasmy. Jasmy's all-time high is out of the picture. A 2024 high, yes. In 2024, I mean, we need to, if we see Bitcoin, Bitcoin's at 69,420 right now. If we see Bitcoin break an all-time high, it could happen next week, especially if Trump wins. It could happen by next week. Then I would expect Injective to hit a new all-time high, Jasmy to hit a new 2024 high. I'd be happy with a 50 million market cap. That would be awesome. That seems more on the conservative side, to be honest. Just given where it is right now and what should happen with meme coins. Meme coin supercycle, Murad, you know? What was I thinking here? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at Injective and Jasmy. So Jasmy almost lost. I'm a little bit nervous about Jasmy right at this moment. And the reason why is this level of support, 0.01708. It has held as support since March. That's been the level. It bounced off that level multiple times since March. And then we had a daily close yesterday, and I think the day before, below that level. And that's only happened one other time. That happened on May 1st. Every other move below that level was a wick. And so now Jasmy's trying to push above. It seems to me like it's going to have a daily close above that level. But if it loses this level of support, it's going down. And it's going to go down to 0.01431. Do you think Arrow can still 15x this year? Probably not. I mean, this year, no, not happening. I am more open to the possibility that we're going to run into 2025. I mean, we are running out of time. Injective looks really bad. Now, right now it does. I mean, again, Bitcoin hits a new all-time high soon. Then Injective can start looking good again. What's the next level of support? I mean, I would say, let me draw a horizontal line there. I'd say the bottom of that bull flag, that looks like a bull flag, that formed there in late 2023. I'll do the body and not the wick. So maybe that's 1462 or so. Maybe that's support. I mean, it looks like it did bounce off there a couple times. But if it loses 1462, Injective would go down to around $10. So, but I think it's in play for Injective to hit a new all-time high. That's above $50. Let's see. What's Solana up to today? Actually, let me look at others. Others looks kind of ugly. But then I think total 3 doesn't look as bad. Yeah, total 3, you could just say that's a chop. Total 1 looks good, but that's all because of Bitcoin. All right, what's up with Solana? 166. Actually, I mean, Solana looks like a good back test there. That doesn't look too bad. So we'll see about Solana. The better Solana does, the better HEEHEE will do, that's for sure. I heard Ski's take on XRP this run, but what's your thoughts? Man, I hope he's right. You know, it's pure charts with him. What did he say, $5? $5 XRP? I mean, listen, I think his target for Bitcoin is 138,000, something like that. So if Bitcoin hits 138,000, could we get a $5 XRP? I'd say it's possible, yeah. That's just so high for me. It's hard for me to picture XRP doing that. You know, a $3 XRP is a $175 billion market cap. So a $5 XRP would be what? You know, that's around 350 billion. Only one altcoin has ever gotten to 350 billion so far, and that's Ethereum. So I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, 7-year bank, you know, bank on the 7-year cycle. Yeah. I mean, when you consider where things are right now, we are still, I know it's been miserable since March, but we are ahead of schedule. So maybe Bitcoin is very much ahead of schedule. And I know it sounds insane for me to say this, but altcoins are ahead of schedule. Those retraces that we hit in March, we didn't get anywhere near there in March of 2020. I mean, obviously not March of 2020. So maybe, you know, should I leave the door open to all, you know, what all these moon boys are saying, that we're about to have the mother of all bull runs? And there's ways to point to data that would support that. I'm very skeptical that we're gonna have the mother of all bull runs. The last ever major crypto bull run before regulations come in. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. XYO, man. I'm just so tired of these altcoins. They look bullish, and then they dump. I mean, XYO, perfect bull flag here. That's just a perfect bull flag, and then what happens? It just dumps. Gosh, man, I'm so tired of this. I've given up. Until we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin, I'm done like giving hot tips for altcoins that are going to explode. Especially with altcoins looking the way they look right now on their charts. Man. No Sana. This market getting scary. Alts keep dumping. Like I said, we're ahead of schedule. All right, let me look up Nosana, and then Beam. Being bullish is how you round trip your bags. There we go. That's a great comment. Nosana. Hey, you know what? This chart looks bullish. But just remember what I just said. All right, Beam. Beam does not look bullish right now. I mean, Beam looked bullish at one point, but then put in a double top. It got rejected at the 200-day. And now it's just like, man, Maybe this is just a chop, but the 200-day moving average for any crypto, any altcoin that is under the 200-day moving average, I'm convinced it's going to remain under the 200-day moving average until we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So thank you, GoGo. So many altcoins, it's the same thing, the 200-day. It's just, it's so miserable. Toro Inu. Yeah, I'll look at Rose in a second. Did I miss anything here? I feel like I missed something. I guess I didn't. Oh, Toro, yeah. Toro. So I mean, I noticed that Toro looked pretty bad earlier today. Oh gosh, man. Sorry, I bought some of this last week, and I broke my own rule of like don't buy these green candles, all these green candles in a row. And the reason why I broke it is because like, one of you told me, or multiple of you maybe told me that that Rex was shilling it. And so, his history is Brett and Landwolf. And so now, and I was up a decent amount at some point, but now I'm down. I bought in at a $10 million market cap. It's at 6.2 million. I mean, it's no surprise at all that it would dump like this. Not at all. Probably going to go down a little bit lower. And then we'll see. We'll see about meme coins, the meme coin super cycle. But I don't think it's going to be Wolf now. I don't think that Landwolf 2.0, I think that's a little aggressive. This can still do fine. I think Wolf will wake up at some point. I can see that, sure. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Why? What? I'm cursed. I'm so sorry. I'm cursed. Because I don't want to do a battle with you. I did not mean to accept your invite. So, and I have no idea how to get rid of you. So could you please just go, please? Thank you. It's nothing against you. It's me. I'm mad at myself right now. Okay, bye. Oh, praise, hallelujah. I kind of felt bad. I feel bad a little bit, but I'll get over it in like 10 seconds. I can't believe I did it again. For those on YouTube, I accidentally accepted a live again. The one of those live battles. I did it again. Yesterday was just the most ridiculous moment of any live stream I've ever done. And I did it again today, except this person understood English. Thankfully. Man, I'm so, knowing that the person, like, I was so triggered from yesterday, knowing that the person just knew how to leave makes me feel a little bad that I was just such a jerk. But yesterday has me scarred. All right, Rose looks terrible. Just like every other altcoin, Rose looks terrible. This is a clear downtrend now. Broke its downtrend, broke up to the upside. Now clear downtrend. I would long at the bottom of this volume profile here. So you see that green squiggly line, the green squiggly line. You can see it's bounced off of it twice. It's most likely going to bounce off of it a third time, which is around 49 cents. It's probably going down to 49 cents. He seemed like a nice guy. Oh, he was from England. That's why he understood. Okay. Is it a good time to buy Duke? I haven't sold any of my Duke. I wish I did at $10 million market cap. But, you live and learn. Shubaduki. 747,000. I mean, it woke up last week. I mean, look at that volume, though. 6.3K. So I think it got up to like 2 million. Sure. You know, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a terrible time to buy Shibaduki. But man, you know, Joshua, you got to do something. Is there something you would buy today? I don't know, man. Oh man, what would I mean, not that. I'm just gonna scroll here. Definitely not Aave, not ArcBlock, not Cardano, not Arrow, not AOS, not Akash. Definitely not Algorand, not Alephium. I mean, listen, just general DCAing, because again, I mean, Bitcoin crosses its all-time high. Oh, maybe ApeCoin, believe it or not. Maybe ApeCoin. Oh my goodness, man. These altcoins just look so ugly. I hate it. Just come on, Bitcoin. Get to a new all-time high and we can finally see something here. Oh, Arweave, man. Arweave. This is possibly the ugliest chart in all of crypto. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. But Arweave, in comparison to where Arweave was, how Arweave was performing earlier this year, Arweave just looks so bad. He is the best I had last time in my 1,000 wallet and it got hacked. Oh, man. I'm going to buy again. All right. We need a new all-time high for Bitcoin, and we'll probably get it. Because these altcoins, man. Yeah, see, this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought Bitcoin was going to hit a new all-time high in October, and then it missed by like $100. So now what? AXGT just continuing to get rejected the 200-day. Just, I mean, I don't know what to make of this, guys. Like, if Bitcoin did not exist and I was looking at these charts independently, I would say that these things are like the worst things you could buy. You know, if these were stocks, I'd be like, absolutely not. Do you buy any of these? Until we see some sign of bullish structure. Bitcoin Cash getting rejected at the 200-day. So you know, Bitcoin. We see something awesome happening with Bitcoin, and then we see a breakthrough to the upside of the 200-day for all these altcoins, because a lot of them are right at the 200-day. Then I'll be a lot more bullish, but not right now, man. Not until we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin. I just sit on my hands. I got excited about this chart, and then I realized it was Bitcoin dominance. Hey, Bitcoin ETH, man. Yeah, that looks great. Bitcoin's the only chart that looks good right now. I mean, there's some other ones that look good. Oh, Coinbase. Okay. C-Pool doesn't look too bad. But I mean, you know, what's profit taking going to look like? Ugh. Oh, Casper. Oh. All right. Dash. Dow Jones doesn't look too bad. Bitcoin. Dogecoin looks good. But Dogecoin, I mean, here's the deal with Dogecoin. It's getting right up to those retraces. Every crypto that's gotten up to these retraces has struggled. Right now, Dogecoin got up to the middle of the golden pocket at 17.8 cents. It's been struggling there. You know, probably will struggle at the 702 and the 786. So be mindful of that. Dot looks terrible. Hey, come on down, DXY. That would be nice. Oh, man. Athena. Engine looks terrible. ENS looks terrible. EOS looks terrible. Ethereum Classic just chopping. I mean, in comparison to a lot of these other altcoins, Ethereum, regular Ethereum doesn't look all that bad. Man, fetch. Oh, I gave this price entry yesterday, a couple days ago. 109, it filled perfectly. I've heard that a lot of cryptos looked bad before the alt season last born as well. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you guys, I mean, I remember in 2020 just thinking, like, why would anyone buy altcoins? And then I understood. Man, Floki looks terrible. I mean, maybe I'd long at that 0.00011. Oh, come on, Flo. Dog with hat. Dog with hat. You're not just talking about whiff, are you? I'm having a brain fart moment right now. It's just whiff, isn't it? Yeah, stupid. I have that on TradingView. Yeah. XRP behaving. Hey, you know what? As much as we like to make fun of XRP, it's like you'd be, if you just held XRP through all of 2024, you'd be down less. I mean, man, whiff looked really good, but then that very much looks like a Head and Shoulders right there. Head and Shoulders, don't mess with that. I mean, it looks like it's already played itself out to the downside, and maybe that 236 retrace is a bottom. Maybe 100-day moving average. Maybe that's a bottom. This can go lower. You know, maybe if we were to extend this trend line, could it go to $1.70, something like that? Maybe. That's just speculation. Not the best looking chart in the world, but not the worst in comparison to how terrible all these other altcoin charts look. Do you still believe in a peak Q1, or has the data changed? I was saying Q4, and yeah, I was always open to the possibility of extending into early 2025, but nothing's changed. And from my perception, that it's sooner rather than later. And I always thought meme coins would run into 2025, so. All right, got about 5 more minutes. And then it's time for some election. Eric Daughtry back at it. First 30 minutes of Florida election day voting. Republican, 43,503. Democrats, 20,190. Guys, it's going to be a bloodbath. A lawn, I forgot what they called it in 2020. Maricopa, Arizona update. Eric Daughtry, there we go. Republicans are blowing away Democrats. This guy, I've never heard of him. FYI, if you're just on this live stream, this guy's got to be a bleeding heart Republican. So I have a hard time believing anything I'm reading on X. To the people voting based on abortion, if Trump wins, you are not going to lose your rights because it's up to the states. If Kamala wins, she can't change anything because it's up to the states. And the states are voting overwhelmingly in favor of abortion. Not to turn this live stream in that direction, but the whole one issue, I want to protect women's health stuff, that's nonsense. You are incredibly selfish if that's all you care about. Because voting for Kamala is not going to change that one iota. Will an early peak affect possible gains X on our portfolios in a negative way? Yes. Well, yeah. You won't. If we were to peak well over the longer the run goes. The best case scenario is a slow and steady climb higher. And if that doesn't happen, I mean, this is what happened in 2021. We got a little bit too ahead of ourselves in the spring, second quarter of 2021. And then it was over. We just got too ahead of ourselves. If it was slow and steady the whole way, all throughout 2021, I wouldn't be surprised if we got over $100,000 in like November or something like that. But people were just too far up too soon. Let's see. I just want to see some information here. 99 cents Arizona iced tea coin. Okay, I guess I'll look at that. Market cap is 153,000. Why am I looking at this? Is this it? It looks like it. Volume is $496. Just, no thank you. Bitcoin's climbing leading into the elections, the polls closing. All right, let's see here. I just want to see some, crypto Twitter in 2021 was the place to be. The alpha that you got on X, on Twitter in 2021 was just amazing. Now I just want give me some numbers, give me some data. That's all I care about. But instead I'm seeing memes and jokes and videos. Just come on. I give up. All right, I'm not going to pronounce this one, but let's take a look at up 90.57% in the last 24 hours. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe this is the start. I mean, I do like the pump. And then the chop, and then let's see, volume 90K. I guess you can't complain about that. $261,000 market cap. Now I don't love the fact that this would be up 90% in 24 hours, but maybe this has some legs. Okay. I am going to be done. Just a reminder, everybody. I'm taking a mental health day tomorrow. That's a joke. I am not a girly man. But I am chaperoning my son's field trip tomorrow. So I will not be live tomorrow, and I will not be making any content unless I go live during that 1:30 to 2:30 window. It depends. We're having a friend over for lunch. So HEEHEE to the moon, yes. And we'll see when that friend leaves. It's somebody who I really am looking forward to seeing. And so son's field trip in the morning, friend over for lunch, got to leave at 2:30 to pick the kids up at school. And hopefully I will have a narrow window to go live. From 1:30 to 2:30 Eastern Time, United States. But otherwise, have a great day. Have a great election day. HEEHEE to the moon.